Hello and welcome to my channel. Are your project meetings dragging for a long time? Are your project meetings not giving you outcome? Don't worry, you're not alone, but it doesn't have to be that way. So in this video, I'm going to take you through the process of running a very effective project management meeting. If you're a project manager, aspiring project manager, practicing project manager, this video is for you. It is very apparent that as a project manager, you're able to run effective meetings. Why? In most projects, a project manager is always chairing the meetings. So if you're chairing the meetings and you don't know how to run them effectively, you will not achieve what you want to achieve in that meeting. So I'm going to take you through step by step with different sections on how you should run your meetings effectively if you're a project manager. So let's get started. The last section I'm going to highlight is the post-meeting follow-up of post-meeting best practice. So you have been running a meeting, you have concluded the meeting, you have summarized the meeting, you have taken the minutes. Then what? The very important thing that I've applied in my project is always do some follow-ups after the meeting. One of the follow-ups is to make sure that you document, you communicate, you share the meeting action items so that there's nothing that is missed from the project. If you don't share, some people are not taking minutes, some people on the phone, some on the laptop, some were even sleeping. I've seen some people sleeping somewhere. So if you don't send them what was discussed, they will not act on it and you won't progress in the project. So the best is to send them what has been agreed, what has been discussed, with names, with deadlines, so that at least they can act on it. So it's a very important best practice for post-meeting activity. So make sure that is done. The second part of it is what I normally do after every meeting, especially the meetings which have taken long or very critical meetings for the project. Always check to get any feedback from participants in terms of how the meeting proceeded, how the meeting concluded, how the meeting was conducted. So that is very important. Once you get that feedback, try to make better the next meeting you're going to have. That is very important. That's how you can improve in terms of learning, in terms of experience. Accept positively the feedback from the team. Feedback is very important when you're a project manager. Don't ever ignore any feedback, whether good or bad. It's you or it's someone else. If they're saying it's you who is the problem, work on correcting what they are. As long as you've accepted that is a problem. So always get feedback from the team in terms of how the proceedings of the meeting had gone through. That is very important. I hope you're enjoying the video so far. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe button, so that you're the first person to be notified each time a new video is uploaded on this channel. You should also use project management tools to follow up some of these things, to also put the timelines on some of these things. For example, you can use the Trello, you can also use Asana or even Microsoft Project tools, just to make sure that all the action items that were agreed in the meeting, there's a follow-up action to them, and there are specific individuals assigned to it. There's also a defined start end date or start end time, depending on the level of documentation that you want to make. So that clarifies everything. The tools also make it easy if you want to do some filters, some selections, some reports, and so on and so forth. So this day and age, you can either choose to do a meeting online or offline. So meetings these days have been made very simple. Previously, every meeting was physical. On-call meetings have never worked anyway. So you would find, for example, myself, I had to travel to another country just for a 30 minutes or 1 hour meeting. But these days, things have changed. Most of the meetings are now being done online, either using Zoom or using Teams. So just make sure you're using one of these reliable meeting tools so that it doesn't drop off during the discussion. You might end up missing a lot of things. So a meeting these days can be physical or virtual, if you want to call it, or online. But a meeting is a meeting. The advantage of these days is you're able to share your screen, you're even able to draw diagrams on a whiteboard, software whiteboard, and make things very, very clear. So conducting the meeting effectively for both online and non-online is the same. You have to remain professional all the way. You need to summarize your points all the way. You have to remain professional in either of those. You have to remain professional in either of the two options, physical or online. You still have to take notes. You still have to take action points. You still have to summarize the meeting proceedings so that everyone can understand. If you want me to do another additional video based on what we have discussed earlier in terms of how to effectively run a project meeting, or you have any questions or clarifications, let me know in the comment section below.